So I haven't made one of these kind of guide videos in a while, so here's to hoping I remember how to do this. So this video is really geared towards anybody who just finished their first summer drum corps and they're planning on returning for another season there. Which, number one, if you just finished your first summer drum corps, congratulations, you did it. You did super band. Yeah, this video is really intended for those coming back as second year members, or maybe third year, fourth year, if you're just really wanting to learn more tips on being a vet of drum corps. So we can just break this down into kind of like a timeline of sorts. You have the off season, you have camps, and then you have move-ins and tour, which are basically the same thing. So if you're coming back to like your college program or your high school program after you just finished drum corps, it's gonna be weird. Like, it's gonna be different. Things might not be as fast-paced as you're used to in the summer. The thing that you don't want to do is become what we call a junior tech. Meaning, you're still a marching member of that ensemble, you are not on staff, so you don't have to worry about giving instructions or critique that the staff is going to give. The best thing you can do is something that we'll talk about in a couple minutes called leading by example. But like back to the pre-audition stuff, if you have friends that are interested in trying out for the drum corps that you just completed a season with, that's a great opportunity for you to either recruit somebody for your corps or just for drum corps in general. Tell them what the camps are like, tell them what the audition process is like, tell them about the awesome memories you made and all the things you learned. Basically, plant the notion in their head that it's doable and it's a worthwhile experience. That first drum corps camp is going to be a lot of kids' like very first taste of the activity. And so first impressions are super important. The way that you carry yourself at camp, the way that you prepare for camp says a lot about not just you, but the staff, the rest of the membership, and the drum corps itself, basically. So when you get to camp, the first thing you're going to want to do is, talk to all the people that you haven't seen for a couple months. That's all great. Like, do that, but make sure you're talking to the new people, right? Like, if there's someone there who has no clue what's going on, they're super terrified, super nervous, if they just see all the vets talking about how terrible Missouri was, that doesn't necessarily put them at ease. That doesn't make the audition process any easier for them. 3 things that I always like to keep in mind to ask people at camps: what instrument you play, what school you come from, what brought you here. Just those 3 questions can open up a pretty big window of conversation for you two. You might find out you have some mutual friends. You might find out, oh hey, we performed for you guys at this whatever show. But then having that level between you and that new person that they can relate to you on, it just makes the audition process so less intimidating, Even if it's the last time you ever see that person, give them a good experience at that camp. Give them a good impression of what drum corps is. But like everything I've said so far kind of deals with how you interact with others. Like, don't forget, you're auditioning for the corps also still. It looks really bad when vets come back to camps and they haven't touched their horns since like finals. They're kind of just expecting that spot waiting for them. Just because you have a corps jacket, just because you have a corps necklace, that does not guarantee you a spot. And as the camps keep going through the off season, you gotta stay on top of everything. You need to keep practicing. You need to keep conditioning yourself. You need to do your smart music homework or your video assignments. Make sure you're paying your dues on time. And if you have any like school conflicts with camps or anything like that, communicate those things early so that it doesn't become a pain later. And all of these things that I'm talking about, they fall under the umbrella of leading by example. It doesn't matter if you're not a section leader, if you're not drum major or anything like that. You can set the right example just by doing the right things at the right time. If new people see you doing that, they'll follow suit with you, and then they'll end up doing what they're supposed to be doing. This goes a lot for camps, but it definitely also goes for move-ins and tour. Which brings us to move-ins on our timeline. So move-ins, spring training, every day is whatever you want to call it. It's pretty straightforward. It's basically just camp every single day for like a month more or less. This is where a lot of members, especially first years, but not limited to, like anybody can have this happen. This is where a lot of people hit that wall. One of the best things that helps first years get over that wall is just encouragement and help from those events. Keep their spirits up, let them know that, yeah, it sucks, but you're gonna be okay. Also make sure they don't buy too much on Walmart runs. That's an important thing. Cool, that brings us to tour. So tour is the most fun part of drum corps, but it can be pretty overwhelming at times, you know, being in a new place every single day, sleeping on a bus, having a schedule that's like show day, rehearsal day, show day, show day, show day, rehearsal day. The best thing you can do to help new people during tour is just, if you see them struggling, take a second to talk to them. Ask, hey, you good? You need anything? You know, just communicate with people. That's always going to be the thing that's going to help you out in drum corps. Otherwise, just keep staying on top of your own show. One really good thing I can recommend is, you know, just taking 10-15 minutes out of your meal break every day. Doesn't even have to be every day, but taking a little extra time out of rehearsal to work on a hard drill move, hard piece of work, or hard piece of music. Again, that falls into the whole leading by example thing. Like if a new person sees you putting in the extra effort during your off time to make the show better, then they might be encouraged to do the same thing. And then that's two people making the show better, you know? Basically, the thing that I feel like can sum all this up is be the kind of vet that you would have wanted as a rookie. And yeah, that basically covers everything. There's definitely somebody playing an instrument of some sort outside. I have no clue who it is or what it is. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and again, if you are somebody who maybe hasn't done band yet, I think the biggest thing you can take away from this video is just the whole idea of lead by example. Again, just be doing the right thing when you're supposed to be doing it so that other people see you and then follow with that kind of behavior. If you are somebody who has just finished a season of drum corps, feel free to leave a comment about any kind of other advice you can leave for vet members, or maybe about a time that a vet helped you out with something. And because I know you guys are going to ask, DCI 2018 as well as 2016 and 17 open class in however many minutes, they're coming, I promise. Those videos take me a while. I'm also busy with other things, so I appreciate your patience. I really do. I'm gonna go find out what that noise is, but I'll see you guys next time.